This is the Roulette Master, and today I'm going to go over how you guys answered the poll questions on the Roulette Master channel, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to go over a few of the ones that I did previously just because some people had a few problems reading them. But let's start with today's poll, and today's poll is: which of these have you witnessed the most while at the casino? So let's pull that up. And the number one answer was 35% of you said someone drunk. So I think that's pretty funny. And the next best at 33% was someone upset with a dealer. I've definitely seen that. 15% of you said none of the above. 11% of you said someone upset with their spouse. I've definitely seen that one. And 6% of you said someone sleeping at a slot machine. So I thought that was pretty funny. The next one here: do you ever have casino nights at your house? 85% of you said no. 15% of you said yes. Do you have a roulette table at your house? 95% of you said no. 5% of you said yes. I definitely do, but I know I'm probably in the minority there. Do you play more roulette at a table with a dealer or on an automated wheel that accepts players' cards? This one surprised me a little bit. 40% of you play the automated. 56, though, the number one answer was 56% of you play at a table with a dealer, and 4% of you play video roulette on like a Game King type machine. And but I think that's pretty interesting that 40% of you play automated. And just for those of you, that you know, the on the automated wheels, they actually use a random number generator to figure out where the ball is going to go. So for those of you that didn't know that, it's still supposed to be random, but I thought you should know that. What do you like to drink at the casino? 30% of you said cocktails, number one answer. 26% of you said beer. 24% said soda. 15% of you said coffee, and 6% of you said tea. And do you ever feel like you were cheated by a casino? 73% of you said yes. 27% of you said no. And I received tons of messages about how casinos cheated people. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Does your casino give out gifts on certain days of the week? I know that they do at my casino because my wife gets them all the time. But 56% of you said yes. 44% of you said no. And did the buffet at your casino reopen after COVID regulations were lifted, or is it still closed? I know it's still closed where I play. I wish it were open because I used to always get free buffets. But 55% of you said yes, it reopened. That's great. 45%, like mine, are still closed. Do you play craps? 66% of you said no. 34% of you said yes. Do you play baccarat? 64% of you said no. 36% of you said yes. Let's see. What team do you think will win the Super Bowl this year? A lot of these teams have already lost now. The Chiefs were 17%. Eagles were 21%. So a lot of people had that one wrong. They bet on the Bengals and the 49ers, but those are great teams. What is the highest temperature that you're currently living in right now, or the high temperature you're currently living in? And the number one answer was 32 to 50. That's the way it is where I live. 24% of you said between 0 and 32, and 16% of you said 50 to 70, 15% over 70, and 8% below 0. Man, that'd be cold. Do you like placing bets inside, outside, or both? 46% of you said outside bets. 13% of you said inside bets. 41% of you said they place both. Have you ever worked for a casino or the gaming industry? 90% of you said no. 10% of you said yes. And a few people said they probably should. And what is your starting bet amount when playing roulette? The number one answer was 30% of you played for $1. That really surprised me. That means you're playing online, and or it means you're playing on an automated wheel that lets you do that, or Game King or something like that. 24% of you said $5. 20% of you said $10. That's the minimum bet where I play. And 10% of you said $25. 15% of you said $50 or more. Okay. So do you usually get dinner before you go to the casino, or do you like to eat it at the casino restaurant? 57% of you said you like to eat at the casino restaurant, and 43% of you said you eat before you go. Do you watch the videos on your phone, tablet, TV, or computer? This one was stood out to me. 81% of you said you watch them on your phone. The other ones were all really small, all under 8%. So that's very interesting. And let's see. Does your local casino allow dogs? Yes, was 15%. They do at my casino. 85% said no. When you're up when you're up this much playing roulette, you leave with profit. The number one answer was $100, followed by, and that was 34% of you. 21% of you said $200, followed by 17% of you said more than $500, which was surprising. And then 15% of you said 300. 13% of you said 500 exactly. And do you prefer positive progressions or negative progressions? 72% of you said positive. Please send those systems in. A lot of people are asking for them. 28% said negative. And do you tip the dealer when you're playing roulette? 48% said yes. 23% said no. 29% said I only tip when I win big. Since I'm a golf professional, I was wondering how many of you play golf, and only 14% of you play golf regularly. That surprised me. 56% of you said you've never played, 21% said they play once a year, and 8% of you said they play about once a month. Are you retired, or do you still work for a living? 75% of you work, 16% of you are retired, 8% of you are retired and work part-time. How many minutes do you practice strategy before taking it to the casino? The number one answer was 1 hour or more. That's fantastic. I don't practice, though, was 22%. That surprises me a little. And then 9% for 30 minutes, 6% for 15 minutes, 7% for 5 minutes. Do you like to separate winnings from your bankroll or combine it and watch it grow? 60% of you said separate winnings from bankroll. 40% of you said combine it and watch it grow. What time of day do you like to go to the casino? The number one answer was late night, 30%, followed by 27% anytime, then after dinner, 15%, 14% midday, and 13% morning. Do you keep your cash in a safe or do you withdraw money every time you go? And 41% of you said cash from a safe, but the number one answer on this was withdraw money from my account at 59%. And do you like casino cruises or all-inclusive resorts? 78% of you said all-inclusive resorts. I love those too. I did just go on a cruise though, but why do you go to the casino? Or I said, why do you go to who do you go to the casino with? I'm sorry. 51% by yourself, 24% with spouse or relatives, 21% with friends, and coworkers, and looking for someone to go with was all less than 4%. What continent do you live on? 53% said North America, 24% said Europe, and that was followed by Asia at 13%, and South America, Africa, Australia were all below 6%. What social media platform do you use the most? The number one was Facebook at 46%, followed by Instagram at 25%, 16% Twitter, 8% Discord, 6% TikTok. And how big is your bankroll? That's an interesting one. Over $1,000 was 32%. That's fantastic. $100 was 23%. $300 was 22%, followed by 15% was 50, and 9% at 600. What is your favorite casino hotel in Las Vegas? There was a tie. Caesar's Palace and Bellagio were number one at 27% each, followed by MGM Grand, Wynn Encore, and Cosmopolitan. And those were all about the same. And hope you enjoyed the polls today. I hope you could read them a little bit better. I changed it a little bit, and I'm going to continue to read the polls as much as I can because, like I said, I think it's a great way for you guys to get to know each other and for me to get to know you guys really good as well. And I think it's a lot of fun. So hope you enjoyed it. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.